Thank you very much for joining us today's session. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome our friends and colleagues at Greyfly, and we are joined today by three colleagues from Greyfly. So we've got the CEO of Greyfly, who's Lloyd Skinner, who we've worked with for quite a number of years now, and on some really genuinely exciting and important projects over the last few years. And it feels like we're pushing the boundaries of what's happening in project management. So I'm really excited about that. And also Lloyd will be able to kind of go into a little bit more detail and specifics around those areas. Marcia is an absolute delight to work with. She brings such happiness and joy into all of our meetings with critical knowledge of project management and processes around that. So an absolute invaluable member of the team, and a recent join to Greyfly, who's Mingwei, or Dr. Mingwei Xu, who is also employed by the University of Southampton, but he's seconded to working on this project directly with Mingwei. And again, he will provide you with some insights. And as all of you know my colleague, Frederick Cockham, who's an absolutely fantastic and delight to work with. He's our doctoral researcher and a research associate as well of the Advanced Project Management Research Centre. So thank you to all of you for joining us today and obviously engaging in this session. I'll hand over to you, Lloyd. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Nick, and thank you, Fred, as well, for giving us the opportunity. I'm just going to load some slides. Just a quick bit of background about myself and Marcia. We actually met on the 25-year anniversary, re-met on the 25-year anniversary post our masters that we both did at LSE. And that evening we got talking about how you could possibly apply AI to project management. My background is on large scale projects and programs. I started in the program office and worked my way up into program management, program directing, some pretty big buildings projects where I was the overall program director. So I'd have buildings, technology, business design, operating model, business change, PMO, all reporting into me and making that happen.
My background is in IT audit and consulting. I previously worked for the Big Four, particularly KPMG. I spent a lot of time there, and PwC. And I've also had the pleasure of working abroad as well as a result of those opportunities. My focus here at Greyfly is all around product development, using my maths and computing background to try and help the product do what we want it to do. So that's me in a nutshell.
So as Nick alluded to in his introduction, we've got some experience in project management. But also what we're doing is taking our experience in project management and mixing that with data scientists, and Ming is part of that team. And collectively, we're then producing a set of tools and techniques to apply AI to project management. And we've been going now for some 2.5 years, we've got a couple of points of credibility. So, for example, we're Crown Commercial Service Suppliers. That means that we're allowed to sell to the public sector in the UK. It also means, from a technology point of view, we've jumped through lots of security type hurdles. And, you know, you'll hear as we go that data is very important in terms of our proposition. We're also preferred suppliers to the BBC for programme management. That puts us in very good stead amongst the much larger consultancy companies. And as you've probably heard, we've also got a collaboration in place with the good folk of the University of Southampton. And basically, we believe that projects are a complex nature and often have unwieldy processes around them, but they also generate a lot of data, and a lot of that data, the value in that data is untapped. And what we do is we're trying to use that to attack what we call the real project problem. Now, I'm going to unpick what we mean by the real project problem, but the headline is that, unfortunately, projects still do not deliver to time, budget, or release the benefits. And I know that that's a subject that the guys at the University of Southampton are looking at. So we've got a company that's split into two halves. The orange pieces there are your more traditional PM consulting type organizations. So Assurance, that's providing the senior responsible owners of projects or the sponsors of projects confidence that projects are going to succeed. Method, that's all about how you control projects, what processes do you follow. Delivery is about provision of project resources at a senior level, PDs, PMs, those type of people. What we've really focused on, though, is this whole thing about AI in project management. And in that space, we have three service lines. One is the first one there is the AI and PM discovery. In other words, how do you take our clients on a journey to perhaps the nirvana of the benefits which are associated with AI in project management? Secondly, the area we've been looking at is around prediction, and we've been building a tool around that we're going to talk about later, and that's where Ming has come in as well. And that's about predicting the outcome of projects that are either in flight or not yet started. And then finally, there's a service line about automation. So that's about augmenting the project manager or subject matter experts within the project space to focus on higher value tasks such as, I don't know, change management, decision making, governance, those much softer side of project management.